See, now you can see the PPT, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so today is our first thing on Amazon Rational Database Services. So it is RDS, we call it in Amazon RDS, Rational Database Services, is fully managed rational database service in the cloud. Means they are giving you so many databases in the back end where you can use that for your application purpose. Thing is, first now you don't have the access to the operating system, definitely, because it is something you are using as a platform, as a service. They are not, you are just using the database. Means for your application you need one database, you asking them, they are giving you, but you don't have the access where it is running. It is running on Windows, Linux, or whatever operating system. They are not providing you any access on that. Have access to connect the rational database as normal. Means they are giving you one URL, you can connect with that, or on the IP address they are giving you. So how you can connect that way, they are giving you that option, and you are using that particular link to connect your application with the database. Ability to provision and resize hardware on demand for scaling. Means if your database is increasing, you can ask them, or it will be they are so much scalable. You ask, you need more databases, you request for more. In the back end, it is automatically scalable. You no need to worry about that. Automatic point in time backups. They are taking their backups. Also, it's some fewer multi availability zone deployments. Means when you are creating your, means you are taking this particular database, you can enable that for multi availability zones. Means let's say your application is running on multiple availability zones, you can also replicate your database on the same locations. So they are providing you this option. Then then read replicas, that is also one of the option they are giving you in MySQL. It's a multiple read replica. Means let's say you have the extensively application where you want the more read rather than write. So they are creating the separate read replica which is only used for read purpose, not for writing purpose. So that is read only replicas you can create there. So what the currently supported engines, that is MySQL, PostgreSQL, Oracle, Microsoft SQL. They are missing here one of the Aura. So that is Amazon, the new product, Amazon Aura. I will show you, that is also they are giving you the option to create when the new database, Amazon Aura you can create.
That's a database engine, right? You're saying?
Yes. So now RDS, what is they are giving you the instances minimum 5 GB. And maximum 3 terabyte storage space on one particular instance. So there is two types of they are telling about here: standard, utilizing AWS EBS volumes, and provisioned IOPS. I told you last time when we talk about the volumes, see they have always a standard and IOPS where you need your application is need higher IOPS. So that time you have to choose according to your volume. Same way the database itself, they are optimized for IOPS. Okay, so you can use according to your volumes where you are storing, and means on that instance they are giving you that option. So benefit of running RDS instead of your own instance. So this is first is, let's see, it is your own instance. Now it is, if you don't want to run your own instance, means you don't want to run your own database. So what's the benefit? Automatic minor updates. Means whenever any SQL service, Oracle, MS SQL, MySQL, you have the minor updates. What you have to do? You have to take the backup of your database when you are upgrading your updates, right? Then what do you have to? You have to take the backup of your of your system. But here you will get a automatic backups. You no need to take care of the backup of your database. Third benefit is not required to manage operating system. Means let's say your operating system crashed, right? You need to high availability, all these things, or operating system, you have to patch something into the operating system. Then also you have to take the backup of your database. But if you are taking RDS service, you no need to worry about the operating system. They will take care of you. Multi-availability zone they are giving you with one click. You no need to do anything. Otherwise, you have to create a cluster of MySQL cluster into this availability zone and one into another availability zone, and then replicate your database onto the another availability zone. That all the things you have to take care. If you know that is the you have the if you are installing on your own instance rather than this RDS service. Then last is automatic recovery in event of the failover. Means if it is the any failover happened, or it will take care automatic recovery. This thing. And one of the thing is I will tell you more on this one. Sometimes it is the critical updates. Critical updates means let's say version 5.6, 7 to 8, right, is the major update. So that also they will take care in the backend. You no need to worry about that. The how and more and major, you no need to take care of your new team. Let's say this you have the huge database. You need 24/7 right person. So that 24/7 at least you need 4 to 5 people to manage this database, right? So that all these costing are saving if you are using their RDS services. Now RDS, they are saying they are taking the backups, daily automated backup. DB MySQL engine that I will explain you this one when we start the practicals. They have the bin logs for point in time of always they are creating a logs where you can say when the time of recovery, like this particular time it's crashed or something. So there is always a log files generated in the backend. They are taking care of that and on the time of recovery. Currently support for all databases engine or RDS. So that is their backups in their backups. Multi availability zone deployment. What is that? Automatically replicate data to the secondary availability zone. I told you if you have the one in US East or US West, so all these you can replicate into the multiple secondary availability zone. Okay. So during maintenance or unavailable times, AWS automatically route traffic to the secondary instances and replicate the data back to the primary. Means if something happened to your primary system, it will moved from one location to another location, like your secondary location. Once primary is again moved back to the everything on the primary and keep it secondary as again as a secondary. So that is all the functionality. You no need to create your own setup, own cluster, own this thing high availability setup. Everything is taken care by the Amazon RDS service in the backend. So what is now read replica? Oracle MySQL currently supported in these two. They are saying right now supported is the how the read replica can be treated from other read replicas. Multiple read replica per source means you have the as I told you, you have the application where you want to read multiple things. So they are creating multiple read replicas, okay, from your database, so that it can only use for your for the whatever the application is there, it can read from the database and query that. Read replica allow for the elasticity in RDS means when it will feel that read replica is about to means it's getting more and more queries and now it is exhausted, it's about to exhaust, so it allow him automatically allow to extend. So elasticity, allow for the elasticity, that is the option is there. So it will monitor replication latency, actually it is replication latency using CloudWatch. It is saying how much latency is there, all these things it will take care. On this port, DB MySQL storage engine and MySQL, it is saying replicate for importing and exporting data to RDS. That you can do it. Have you worked on any of the database services?
Work, you mean? No.
Okay.
I just used to connect to Oracle for my this thing and
okay.
Just do a connectivity test via Rapid SQL or DB Visualizer. That's it. So nothing more than that I've done on DB.
Okay, then it is a little bit means you have to just understand what is the database and see what is the purpose of you are using the database.
What is the purpose of using database?
Yeah, means as per your whatever you know about the database.
I mean, we What I know about purpose of database is like to store your metadata for immediate reference and retrieval of your data. Uh,
Yes. So it's a little bit more. It's about the all your company's data. Means your it can be, see, it's simply rational database or non-rational database. So where you have the row and columns. This particular user, he has that's called the rational database. Means this particular user, this let's say take the example of our as an employee. My employee name, employee ID, department, salary, all these things is the row and columns, right? That complete the whole structure. Means you have the thousand of employees in your company. So everything stored into the one under one database, that is called the employee, right? So
yeah.
another application which is talking about your warehousing. So where how many products came, how many products sold out, all these things, that is also database. Means when you are going to any retail chain, they are the product they are giving you, they scan the product and giving you the bill. So that itself, end of the day, in the database everything is stored. Means how much product today they sold, what type of products. So because your query will be after that, it's a different way. Let's see how many products of milk products sold, this particular product how much sold, this particular company products how much sold, right? And different all these different reports you will get end of the day, right? End of the day. So all these reports is how, from where they are querying from the database, right? So that is the benefit. Means that is the more of a benefit from any application. What they are storing the inside the database is information, right? So then it is the CloudWatch notification. Even you can subscribe for notified when specific event take place. That notification you can do with the CloudWatch. You are taking the snapshot, parameter group changes, option changes, security group changes. Definitely you have to change the security groups because RDS is working on particular on a particular port. So when you are allowing that, you have to change that particular port. Okay, because in that day we have seen in the security group by default only 22 port number is open, right? Or if you want to web server is 88 port, oh sorry, 80 port. Same way, when you are allowing the RDS to instance, you have to enable the ports so that it can connect with each other. Then you can take care of CPU utilization, integrate with the CloudWatch CPU, free memory, database cons, space, read write, all these things you can do with the notification. So okay, so I will show you the practical now, how you can create a database. It's more means people will come to know, or they have the more need the details, who is really working on as a your disk is almost full, sorry yaar, okay, I think I have downloaded so many things. Can you hold for a second? Okay, so thing is we have to come here, RDS, you can see here, right?
Yeah. Yep.
So just click over here. Yeah. So by default, it will. Okay, what I did yesterday, I have delete everything from this laptop. So I'm firstly now get started now. Amazon Rational Database Services. Click it here. It is showing the new Amazon Aura. Amazon Aura is high performance MySQL compatible enterprise class database at a tenth of the cost of commercial data. It is the one of the biggest right now competitor of Oracle. So Oracle is right now they are also facing so many problems from this Aura and many other vendors, like small vendors where no SQL they are using. So but for us we can use the free buy. So what we are going to do, we are clicking on the MySQL. It is not coming. Yes, clicking select. So then you have to select here. If you select here MySQL with multi AZ deployment and provision IOP storage, you will not click here because they will say it is not for free buy. Okay.
Yeah.
So for the free you have to use the normal MySQL services. Next.
Correct.
So once you come here, it will tell you what is the MySQL. It is just saying DB engine is MySQL. After that, it is giving you what is the general public license because it is the open source. Okay, what the version you want to use. So it depends upon your requirement. Sometimes they are always giving the default or very stable versions. So sometimes it's always more versions are there, but they are giving the stable version whatever they feel. So it is 5.6.27. Even you can use any one as per your application requirement.
Okay.
Then DB instance, for definitely we are using the minimum one so that we can because everything it is the cost. So here again the same option it came, multi availability zone deployment. If you click yes here, yes I want, then on the right hand side left hand side it will tell you for the free buy it is the disqualify. Okay, because so you have yes because we are using the free type version. So no, yes, now the disk type. So it is normal SSD or provisioned IOPS. Provisioned IOPS is always very high IOPS. If you need very high IOPS, then you can use. Otherwise, you can use any normal SSD. So here, normal SSD default is provision less than 100 MB of the SSD for the high throughput workloads could result in higher latency. Means if you really want the high performance, give it 100 GB or more than 100 GB. What's the benefit of giving 100 GB? Definitely you have to pay more to the Amazon.
Correct.
Okay. So now here it is asking about four things: DB instance identifier, master username, master password confirm.
Schema name.
Yeah, it is the database name. So I am giving X infotech DB underscore DB or simple DB. So what is the username you want to give? So I want to give admin. So password is welcome to AWS. Welcome to AWS. Next step. Yes, it's loading your database. Now again it is the configure advanced settings here. It's one of the task is firstly is VPC. What is VPC? Is virtual private cloud.
Virtual private cloud.
So by default it is giving you the default VPC. Otherwise you can create a new one. It will move you the for new everything you have to create means what the subnet you want to use. But in the default VPC you already have everything default. There is a default subnet group. There is a publicly accessible. Yes, if that is again if public accessible. It is normally we are selecting here no, because what happened when you are accessing your DB, it is not required to make it publicly enabled. If you are make it publicly enabled, it's always a high risk for your database because anybody can connect from the remote. It can be means you have to take care about that, right? So normally you are always using no. What if you are giving no, how you can connect? The connect, how it will connect, I will show you here. Wait a minute. Okay, thing is this is your one system and this is your database. Okay, so here you have the application, any application. Okay, let's say your web server, anything, it is connected with this DB. Okay, so now this application or let's say it is the Linux machine that we have connected. So last time we discussed about one thing is this has a one public IP, right? Let's say 54 dot something, but one has this is side is private IP. This can connect both with each other with the private to private. It's no need to go to the public for every time, right? So to safer side, you never keep this DB onto the public network. So because these two can connect with each other with the private network. So remove this one from the, because if public is there, I can also connect, you can also connect, or at least people can try to connect this one through the different ways. It can be, so security, they will never allow you to keep your database publicly. Okay. So that we can keep it no. If you are yes, it will assign a public IP address. Availability zone, you can't create it, means which availability zone you want to create. If you are giving no preference, it will create where you are the instance US best 2. Otherwise, you can select from your side. So here you have the different database options you can give here. If no database option is specified, no initial MySQL database will be created on the DB instance. Let's say you are creating Exa Infotech DB. So this is the by default port number.
So the database name you gave before has a T, T-E-C-T, not H.
Sorry?
पहले जो जब क्रिएट कर रहे थे डेटाबेस आपने वहाँ पे TECT दिया आपने, TECH नहीं था.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't know if the name will create a conflict.
I don't think so. Okay, okay, I will just change the name. Let's see what happened. Exa Info DB. So this is the port number. Default is this one, and we are not copy text to snapshot, or we are not encrypting these things. It is all default. Backup option you have to select. How many, after how many days backup retention period? 7 days. Backup window you have to select. But it is all about, you want to take the backup of your DB. How many days you want to keep it? You want to monitor your database if you want. Then what is the default role? All these things you have to take care. But we will do once we will go for the monitoring chapter. Once that will CloudWatch will come, we will do all these things. Maintenance, auto minor version upgrade means when the minor version, it will automatically maintenance, yes or no. So I'm just saying no, because whenever it is, it will ask for move to the another, because you have to create the multi availability zones. If it is creating any minor updates, it's something wrong, it will, your database not work. So I'm just giving no. Yes, view your database. Creating status. Okay, unless until it is not completing in my database. So what we can do, we can go forward little bit about the CloudFormation. I think it will take another 5 minutes. So in Amazon, one of the option is the CloudFormation. What is the CloudFormation is, you have, it will give you the option to create a template. Which template you can use to create the multiple instances. You means you no need to one by one do the version control infrastructure, share template among developers. They can also use the template and create multiple instances. So it is something like you can select from yourself, you want to create a bucket. It will give you a template option to create that template and use to create the bucket. You no need to go to the command line, you no need to go to the GUI. Okay, you can create your own template and use that template. This is the syntax of that template. This is the example they are giving about that this template will create an S3 bucket. Resources, S3 bucket, what is the type of the S3 bucket, access control, public read, and the bucket name. So it is just this way. Why this is template will use? Yeah.
For any configuration and functionality, AWS uses JSON.
Normally they are using the JSON format only.
Okay, got it.
So if you okay, I'm just sharing once again Safari. here if you click on the new tab, okay, here you can see about let's see, AWS template examples. You can see so many AWS template examples will be there. Simple templates. So how you can do means it is let's see, we will take a small example of the S3 only, the bucket where it is simple storage service. Can you see this one?
Yeah.
Okay, click here. So it is saying two options, they have just giving two here. One is the AWS S3 bucket with the deletion policy. Create the publicly accessible S3 bucket that is configured for website access. This bucket is retained even if stack is deleted. Okay. Other option is S3 website. Create a website hosted on the S3 with a custom DNS name. So these two templates are there. If I want to see view, it is just show me. Yes. So if you means hope so you can understand better this one, because I'm not working on JSON on these things. But for me, if I want to create such things or I am not aware of JSON, they are giving you the graphic option with the view in designer. I click over here. In the AWS itself, they are giving you the AWS designer like this way. So they have already JSON or YAML format. So it's up to you which you want to choose, and then you can copy paste from here and you can use into the when you are create the CloudFormation. Okay, so how you can use? I have just copied and copy paste this thing into one of the file. So what I will do, I will come here. It is still okay. Backing up status.
Yeah, for pipeline deployments, for our automation.
Yes. Now
we use DevOps. In our DevOps, we use JSON actually.
Yeah. So that I will just show you how you can use your CloudFormation template. So same way you can create your n number of templates. Let's say you want to create 10 virtual machines, right? Or you want to create 10 buckets. So you can create a template and give to any person, and he can also execute in place of you. So that the so many options they are giving you. So now here they are creating this database in our folder. Now you can use this particular endpoint and use into your application and access the database. Okay. So now I will just show you the template. It is the CloudFormation here. I think I have just created one. No problem. We can delete this. Yes. Okay. Now I want to create a new stack. So if it is the first option, stacks, let it be delete. Once it will deleting in progress. Yes. So once it is deleted, now it is giving you two options: design your template or create a new stack. Let's say you have already you have created your template and you want to create a stack on that. This template CloudFormation will help you to create a big template. Let's see, you want to create 4 virtual machines, 3 buckets. Including that, you have you want to create RDS, this rational database, everything. It all will make a one stack, and that template you can use every time when you want to create a new test setup. Okay. Let's see, every weekend or every month, you have to test couple of things. your application. To test that application, you have to create an environment. What's that environment required? You need 4 virtual machines. You create some buckets. You need one database services. You need one application. That application should installed, and it's completed one stack. You create a template. Every week or every month you clear same template you use, it will create everything within a minutes. Okay, so every month you no need to spend again the time, or you once in a month you are using, and you no need to spend your money to keep your system idle for a month, right? Once you create a setup, you don't want to keep it like that way and paying money to Amazon, and you are not using whole month, only end of the month you need, right? So that way it is very helpful for you. So I have copied and pasted that particular template. I can choose the file, and I think it is in downloads that time. Date modified. CloudFormation template.
Okay, this is the template you created.
This is I just copy paste from the example file from here. This one.
Okay. JSON.
I just copied it, yes. And then click next. Yes. What the stack name you want to give here? You can give test.
Practical or something.
Yeah, any test stack.
Test with the date. I would prefer a date.
Yeah. Let's see, today's 15 or 16?
15.
15 May. Let's see. So now if you want to name something to this one, you can give. You want to give some role, you can give. Okay. Otherwise, just give next. Now this is this is the template. Okay, which we have uploaded. Create. See, this is going to creating in progress. So now this is physical ID is this one, CloudFormation, AWS retain source creation initiated. Let's go on and check into the S3 bucket. Is there any new bucket created? Yes, just now 726 this one. Test 15, right? So this is created.
So when you're creating a database, you can create a bucket as well.
No, it's not about the data, means it's a simple thing. Okay, I will take you this way.
I mean, why, I mean, what's the advantage of here creating the bucket when we are configuring RDS?
Okay, I'm telling you, just a minute, okay? See here, what is the, it is not both the things, firstly not related with each other. I just didn't, because that is running, so I started this one. CloudFormation, it is something, this is your template. It's simple thing, it's a form where you are saying I need 2 VMs, 1 database, okay, 3 buckets it should have create in the backend, couple of database, then one of the application it should run, any like Chef, Puppet, something it should run. So when you are creating every time, it will give you mismatch. Means mismatch, how it will happen? Let's see, today you are start creating. So you are creating 2 virtual machines, one then it is connected. All these things to complete, it will take another 4-5 hours, right? But when you are creating a template, in template itself, you have to write something like this way. Into as a programmer, you are writing this make a big program where you can say you need a S3 bucket. If you go here and see the different examples, let's say you want to create a I'm coming here, not auto scaling, let's see EC2. You want to create the instances, then you have to see this one, right? What type of instance you want to create, all these things. So same way, these particular things you can copy paste, and you can, according to your requirement, you are changing into these files and create a one single file template. Whenever you want to create the similar setup, you rather than going single, you create this template and it will automatically create complete environment for you.
Okay.
It's a template which will use to create same type of environment for you. It can be anything. It can be only the bucket, it can be only virtual machine, it can be only database services, only DNS services, or it can be everything. Okay, but that is, you have to create a template for that. So they are giving you the option, they are giving you the graphic options also. You can, I can try this one. If I can, like this way, you can connect these two, right? So yeah, it is very good tool. Let's say you want to create EC2 instance, right? So EC2, what you I want an instance. Okay, so I want to EC2 instance connected with S3 bucket. Yes, something.
I think, yeah, that's overlapping.
Yeah, I'm. This is EC2 group policy. Sorry, CTQ.
I think the S3 bucket should be in the middle or something.
Yes, this yellow. Yes, like this way you can create this thing with the S3 bucket. So all these things, it will, then the values you can change from down, or I think here also option will be there, right? Some of the options you can see what the particular option what the name you want to give, all these things it will be in the bucket, and you can, this template you can copy, or then you can copy paste and save it, and then you use this particular template and you can create the new instances. That's the way.
Okay, got
Okay.
it. Nice, I'll try this.
Yeah, so it is good one. So your database is also available now, so you can use this particular database, and you can use this database in any your application and see how many records are there. What I will do, that I will show you tomorrow. Okay, you just try to create database and just try to create template, or you can just copy the template from somewhere and try to upload.